Hare Krishna Mataji, I have submitted all OBS till now, Mataji, but I don't submitted all the OBS.
Your voice was breaking.
Can you hear me now, Mataji?
Yes. You submitted all the OBS, CBS?
I
can still hear you.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. You put in the chat, I can't hear you.
Yeah, but in the list I have seen.
Put in the chat, I can't hear you. Okay, so today is Damodar month and we are the starting of Kartik month. And you all see the moon. When you see the moon, you should remember Krishna because it says Nakshatrana Maham Shashi. Krishna is the moon, or the eyes of Krishna is the moon. So yes. So today we'll see, okay, last week we were seeing the 8th sloka, 9th, 10th and 11th. 8th is actually stage of perfect Krishna consciousness. This is also called what Bhakti? 8th. What Bhakti this is? There is always thinking of Krishna exclusively.
Ananya progressive.
Ananya Bhakti. This is Ananya Bhakti. And then 12.9 is what? That is practicing the regulative principles and having a desire to attain Krishna. This Bhakti is which Bhakti? Which we all are doing. It's called sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti in practice. We are practicing. They say, no, the doctors, they practice like for so many years. Lawyers, they're practicing for so many years. So they never say we have reached perfection. Even if they have done MD, DM and all, still they are practicing for so many years, they say. So we are practicing bhakti so as to reach perfection in the eternal world. This is sadhana bhakti. And next is work for Krishna. He says work for Krishna. No, if you can't do sadhana bhakti, then you have to work for Krishna. Then give up the results of work. What is this called?
Karma Yoga.
What? Giving up the results of one work. What is it called? Nishkama karma. Very good. It's called Nishkama karma. Okay, giving up the results of one work. So this did we complete 10, 12.10 or we have to start from here?
Mataji, start from 12.10.
Okay, 12.10. So it is said that those who cannot practice the regulative principles of sadhana bhakti, then what should we do? Those who cannot do the regulative principles of, oh, I didn't share the screen. Those who can't do the regulative principles of sadhana bhakti, then they have to do work for Krishna. So 12.8 was Ananya Bhakti, 12.9 is Sadhana Bhakti, and 12.10 is work for Krishna. Okay, perform one's work for Krishna or offer one's work for Krishna's interest. So you have to either, offer the fruits. That is Nishkama Karma, that will come the next step. But this is working for Krishna. Like anything that we can do, like any service that is done or working for Krishna means to spread Krishna consciousness. That also comes there. That is working for Krishna means. Okay. So these are the stages one have to undergo. So if we cannot practice regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, Krishna says, work for Krishna. Abhyase abhi asamartosi matkarma paramo bhava madartam abhikarmani kurvan siddhim avakshasi. So if one cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then try to work for Krishna, because by working for Krishna, we will go to the perfect stage. So we should try to work for Krishna. So working for the Supreme Lord, Prabhupada says, if you can't directly work, then help those who work for Krishna. Like that's why you are helping temple, donating to temple and all. Why? Because in temple, the preaching is happening. Like today also we started home program. That is because it's Kartik month. Many devotees came to our temple. We made them do Aarti and all. But others who don't come to the temple, that is, we go to their house and make them do Aarti. So home program has been happening every day in this whole month of Kartik. So what are we doing? We are actually trying to engage them in Krishna. So this is working for Krishna. Krishna wanted everyone to chant his holy name. So we are making everyone chant the holy name. So if one is not able to practice the regulative principles of sadhana bhakti, they can work for Krishna. Okay, as the mind is very fickle like the wind, one may not be able to restrain it. But for those who cannot even gradually fix the mind by practice of rules and regulations, sadhana bhakti, Krishna suggests this option of performing bhakti one's external senses, that is working for Krishna, can be done. So how to work for Krishna? Prabhupada writes in the purport that you have to be sympathetic with the Krishna conscious propagation. Like you can help the devotees who are engaged in propagating Krishna consciousness. They need help. Okay, so like Prabhupada says, they need a land for the temple, they need some capital, organization, labor. Okay, there are 4 ways we can serve Krishna. What are the 4 ways we can serve Krishna?
Tan, man, dhan.
Tan, man, dhan.
Dhan.
And one more.
And
Prana, Artha, Diya, Vacha, it is said. Prana means either you can give your life to Krishna, like completely dedicating, completely surrendering, or giving your life for Krishna. Prana. Artha, you can give your money to Krishna. Diya, your intelligence, you can use your intelligence to how to spread Krishna consciousness. And Vacha, your words. So these are the 4 ways you can actually serve Krishna. So yes, with their body, mind, and words. So if we cannot directly practice the relative principle, help in such work to expand. That also is required. The only difference is that in materialism, one for sense gratification, and this is for Krishna service. Krishnendra Tripti Vancha Tarabali Prem, Atmendra Tripti Icha Tarabali Kam. So if we try to satisfy our senses, it's Kama. If we try to satisfy Krishna's senses, it is Prema. So now, so how to perform work for Krishna? Like, so if one cannot sacrifice the results of the activities, we can sacrifice some percentage to propagate Krishna consciousness. When Rupa Goswami retired, how much he gave for Vaishnavas and all? Not retired, he resigned actually from the Nawab Hussain Shah as the Pir Ka Sansakar Malik. So 50% of the wealth he got, he used for spreading Krishna consciousness. So that much we can't do, but at least some portion can be used in. That's why most of the devotees are doing Sudama Seva. In the sense, every month they give little by little, drop by drop mix a pot of water, or so much. So like that, every department devotees are giving little by little to maintain the temple. So that also you're doing, like a part of your salary is given to Krishna. That is working for Krishna. You are actually helping us preach Krishna consciousness with that Lakshmi. So a devotee lifestyle means what? Every time either he is rising early in the morning, chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, there is Shravanam, there is Kirtanam, deity worship, association of devotees. Okay, and the engagement of 5 limbs of devotional services done. So the 5 limbs, that is Kirtanam, Shravanam, Kirtanam, what is it? Bhagavata Shravana. Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtan, Bhagavad Shravana, Madhurava, Srimurtira, Shraddhaya, Sevana. So Rupa Goswami says 5 things we are supposed to do. So what are that? Sadhu Sangha, association with devotees, Nama Kirtan, chanting the holy name, Bhagavad Shravana, hearing Bhagavatam, and Madhurava, Srimurtira, Shraddhaya, Sevana, trying to live in Dham, and also deity worship. Dham means what? Every temple or every house is a Dham. Yamaraj was saying, because everyone started chanting the holy name, everyone started reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. So house is also a dham now. So Krishna says, if you can't do Ananya Bhakti, 24 hours thinking of Krishna, then do Sadhana Bhakti. Practice regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga and have a desire to attain Krishna. If you can't do Sadhana Bhakti, then work for Krishna. If you can't work for Krishna, then there's the 11th option. Ataitat abhyasaktosi kartum madhyogam ashritah sarva karma phalatyagam tata kuruyatatmavan sarva karma phalatyagam. This is called nishkama karma. If, however, you are unable to work in the consciousness of Krishna, then try to act by giving up the results of your work and try to be self-situated. That means you are not so attached to the result. You just your work, and you're not attached to the fruit of activities. So that's what we should do. That is sacrifice the whatever fruits that is used is given to Krishna. Like charity is done in hospital or some social. We should not become karma kandis. Instead, we should become nishkama karma yoga. That is, Prabhupada says, if you give to charity, it becomes just punya. But that punya also will take you to heavenly planets, and again, it's karma bandha. But instead of that, if you give to Krishna conscious people, Vaishnavas, or give to Krishna for service, then that will not render. Okay. So Krishna consciousness, one might try to give up the results of his action. Prabhupada says that when you keep doing it, one day you will come to pure devotional service. Okay. So if that is also not possible, then the 12th option comes. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasa jnanat dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phalatyagas tyagas shabdir anantaram. So what is it? If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is the renunciation of fruits of action. For such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. That is jnana, dhyana, and tyaga. Okay, so if we cannot do that, then at least try to acquire knowledge. Knowledge means the Brahmajnana, knowledge of the soul different from body. So we have to, whatever we study now in this life, it's not going to waste. It's definitely will help us from in next life. You know, some small children, they chant slokas, or for you to learn slokas, some slokas look very easy because you've already done it in your previous life. Some sloka you get stuck because you have to learn. So this life, more and more practice shastras, you know the knowledge of the soul different from body, then you can carry it to the next life. Better than knowledge is meditation. Your meditation will realize the super soul. Better than meditation is renunciation of fruits of action. Because meditation not allowed in Kali Yuga cannot be successful. So giving up the fruits of action. Okay, so Prabhupada writes, in all cases, one should give up the results of fruits of his labor. This means to employ the results of karma for good cause, which is Krishna conscious activity. So out of all these 12, which is the perfect thing, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 slokas, which is the best thing to do, or which is practical for us?
Sadhana Bhakti.
Sadhana Bhakti. Because out of all these, because Ananya Bhakti, 24 hours involved, we may not be able to work for Krishna. Most of the time we work, but sometimes we get attracted to the fruits. It's not easy to work for Krishna. It's just like that. We have other boundaries. Nishkama karma, not selflessly, we may not do. We have this lust, greed, and all coming. So there might be some problems. And knowledge, meditation, and all that is again difficult. So the best thing is sadhana bhakti in Kali Yuga, because just practice the regulative principle, that is no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no meat eating. And then chanting the holy name and Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, the Panchanga Bhakti, that is the 5 limbs of Bhakti, that is chanting the holy name, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, associating with devotees, worshipping deities, living in the dham. So when we do sadhana bhakti, we'll reach to perfection. That is the easy way. So there are sadhana siddhas, that is those who do sadhana and then try to go back to Krishna. There are nitya siddhas who are eternally liberated, and there are kripa siddhas, that's by mercy they get liberated. Okay, so now we'll have a small discussion, summarize the progression of varnashrama dharma to perfect Krishna consciousness. From 8 to 12, you just have to summarize, like how is varnashram dharma getting progressed in these 4 ways. Okay, Ananya Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti, work for Krishna, and Nishkama Karma Yoga. Okay, so everyone please join, then only this goes at attendance link. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, so Hare Krishna. We'll take the breakout room discussion at the end because it's almost over the chapter. Last few slokas, 13 to 20, is about the qualities of a person who's very dear to Krishna. Okay, so these qualities can be seen in an Uttamadhikari. So from 13 to 20, it's about who all become very dear to Krishna, or the qualities of a pure devotee. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara sama dukkha sukha kshami santushta sadadam yogi yatatma dridha nishchayaha mai arpita mano buddhir yomat bhakta same priyaha yomat me bhakta same priyaha. So who are all dear or priya to Krishna? We'll see. Bhakti yoga is the most effective path of spiritual advancement, and a Bhakti yogi will have these transcendental qualities. Okay, like for example, Adveshta Sarva Bhuta, not envious towards anyone. Okay, so these qualities, I can remember only Srila Prabhupada, who was not envious to anyone. People try to, when the Prabhupada's god brothers, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, when they were advancing, Prabhupada never felt any envy. But in fact, when Prabhupada became famous, they were envious about Prabhupada. Okay, so he was not envious to anyone. Maitra Karuna Evacha, he was friendly or merciful to all. Prabhupada didn't go to the VIP section to preach. He went to the hippies who were like thrown out from the house in the streets, loitering. No, so he was very friendly or merciful to all of them. Nirmamo nirahangara, free from sense of proprietorship. When Prabhupada's own son went and said, Father, I need money, because his father became very famous or he had a lot of money. Now, Prabhupada said, it's all Krishna's. I can't give you. You can become my agent of book distribution and take the profit from book distribution, but I will not give even 1 rupee to you because it's all Krishna's. So that sense of proprietorship, he never had that because he knew everything without Krishna. And free from false ego identification with body. Prabhupada was so simple and humble that wherever he goes, when somebody asks, Abhay Charan, you are going, Charan Aravinda, you are going to US, he said, no, it's Srimad Bhagavatam is going to US. I'm just accompanying them. So he never had a false ego also. Okay, that is Srila Prabhupada. And Sama Dukkha Shugakshami, he was equal in both happiness and distress. When his business failed, Prabhupada saw it as special mercy by Krishna. He said that this was the way Krishna pulled me to Krishna consciousness, or he was stable in happiness as well as distress. Shami, he was very forgiving and tolerant. If you know the story of Juhu's story, where Mr. N is a person who gave the land, but again took it back. So the present Juhu temple, wherever is situated, they had a lot of court problems for the land. And he used to send dacoits, gundas, to destroy Prabhupada's Pandal program and all that. But Prabhupada was so strong and they fought and they prayed to Narasimha. And he was forgiving. He said that Mr. N was like Kamsa, who keeps sending demons to Vrindavan to disturb Krishna's pastime. So he was he was tolerant. And finally, does anyone know what happened to Mr. N? What was his fate?
He was killed in sleep, Mataji. He died in the sleep, Mataji, and the nails were seen on his back.
No, not nails. He died because of a heart attack, it is said. And Krishna came as death for him, or took away all the obstacles, and that temple came. Santushta Sadadam, he's always satisfied in devotional service. Prabhupada was like that. He's always satisfied. And Yadatma Dridha Nishyaha, he's self-controlled and determined. When he went to US for 1 year, 65 to 66, no preaching happened in US. Every day, Prabhupada used to go to the shipyard and see, is there any ship going back to India? But he never booked a ticket, but he was very determined. He says, Bhakti nahi, Veda nahi, nama khubudaro, Bhakti Vedanta nama yehi sarthak karo. Bhakti, I don't have knowledge, I don't have Bhakti, but I have strong faith in your name, Krishna. He was so determined that when he went in Sumati Moraji's office to get a green card to go to the US, and she made him wait for 5 hours. And for 5 hours, Prabhupada was continuously chanting. He was so determined in old age. Sumati Moraji said, old man, you will die there. But still, Prabhupada was so determined to go to US because his guru have said, so that was Prabhupada's determination. If you didn't read Lilamrita, please read Lilamrita. You'll know how great Srila Prabhupada is. Only when you read Lilamrita, you really know the the power of the movement. Okay, so that's what it is said. These are the qualities of a person who becomes very dear to Krishna. Yasman no dvichate loko, loka no dvichate chaya, harshamarsha payote kair mukto yasa chame priyaha. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who's not disturbed by anyone, who's equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety is very dear to him. So mind and intelligence should be fixed in Krishna, and no one is agitated by that devotee, and that devotee is also not agitated by anyone. Okay, so Krishna becomes very dear to such people. And harsha varsha bhayavote, that is equipoised both in joy and distress, fear and anxiety. So anxiety can be there, that is spiritual anxiety can be there. Prabhupada, when he didn't get the Mayapur land, he was asking His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj, what about Mayapur land? What about Mayapur land? And he wanted the land very badly. And he was in anxiety, but that is spiritual anxiety. Okay, still he had trusted Krishna for that, and he was neutral. He was devoid of expectation from his work. Shuchi. Anapeksha shuchir daksha udasino gada vyadaha sarvaramba parityagi yomat bhakta same priyaha. My devotee who's not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who's pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, not striving from some result, is very dear to me. Okay, so that is, he's pure, he's expert in skillful in all situations. Expert. Prabhupada was expert in cooking, he was expert in all the fields, if you take it. It's Prabhupada who actually taught all the basics in the movement. So he was expert in Mridanga, expert in Kirtan, in Kartal, in preaching, everywhere Prabhupada was there. So Udasina Gadavyada, without case, he's unattached to material persons. Even when Prabhupada's wife said, I want biscuits or tea instead of you, when Prabhupada asked, choose me or tea. So she chose tea. Because of that, we got Prabhupada. But he was not so attached to material people. In fact, Prabhupada didn't like his wife in the beginning. And Prabhupada wanted to marry again. So what did his father say? Gaur Mohan De. Does anyone know? Prabhupada's wife name was Radharani, and she was, Prabhupada was not so attracted to her. And those days, men can marry two or three wives. So Prabhupada wanted to marry again. He was Abhaicharan at that time, before coming to Krishna consciousness. And he went to his father to say that I want to get married again. Nobody read Leelamrita. So then what happened? His father said, no, don't get married again, because again, if you get married, you will get entrapped in this material world. You'll go behind material desires, or desires, or karma. But don't be like that. Go behind Krishna. It's good that you're not attracted to the wife, because the detachment, vairagya, will come very easily. And you can concentrate more on devotional services. So that was the right advice which his father gave. And Prabhupada said that I became a devotee. He became a devotee because of his father. Because when Prabhupada used to wake up early in the morning, he could hear the bells ringing. His father used to do Mangaluru, and his father gifted him the Radha Govinda deities, small deities to worship. So it's because of, and his father always says that you should become the great devotee of Radharani. So it is there. So then free from all material endeavors, free from all pain, neither rejoices nor grieves, neither lament nor desires. Neither lament. When Prabhupada lost everything, he never lamented. Neither he had desire. He had spiritual desires, that is Krishna's desires. And Shubha Shubha Parityagi, renounce all auspicious, inauspicious things. Sama Shatrocha Mitracha, equal to both friends and enemies. Prabhupada never had an enemy actually. Like everyone were, except there was some demonic mentality people, but otherwise all were friendly to Prabhupada. Tata Manopamane. Yona Rishyati na Tvishti na Shochiti na Kakshati Shubha Shubha Parityagi Bhakti Manya Sami Priyaha. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who never laments or desires, who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to Krishna. So this is the quality. Sama Shatrocha Mitrecha Tata Mana Pamaneyo. So one who is very equal to friends and enemies. Equipoised in all dualities, honor, dishonor, heat, cold, happiness, distress. When the Hare Krishna explosion happened in London, Prabhupada was very happy. And at the same time, there was criticism also. that Hare Krishna's brain washing people. Prabhupada says, yes, we are washing the brain, the dirty brain. So, and then they were criticizing the Hare Krishnas, Hare Krishnas. So in an article, there was in the newspaper, there were like criticism. And Prabhupada asked, okay, it's the negative news, no problem. How many times did they say Hare Krishnas, Hare Krishnas? Look at the Hare Krishnas. Or so it was some 20 times it was written. So Prabhupada said, good, that is also preaching. Whoever reads the newspaper, at least mentally, or they will read out loudly the Hare Krishnas, Hare Krishnas. So if you chant the holy name in a good sense or without that, still it's auspicious. Still you'll get Ajnana Subhuti. So he was not disturbed in dishonor. It was negative publicity was also welcomed by Prabhupada and always free from contaminating association. Prabhupada never associated with materialistic. In fact, he associated to preach, but not for otherwise. Tulya Ninda Shudir Mauni, equal in both criticism and praise. Mauni, silent. Silent means what? Not completely silent. No, you've seen someone like with a white cloth tied, they're silent, they will not talk Mauna Vrata. No, silent means don't talk about material things, talk only about Krishna. That's how we realize a sadhu. Sadhu is somebody who speaks only about Krishna Katha. By hearing him, we'll understand. So silent means here, grame katha na shunibe na bolive. Prabhu says, not talking about material things. And santushto yeno kenachit, satisfied with whatever comes. And aniketa, sthita mate, doesn't care for any residence and steady in mind, fixed in knowledge. Prabhupada could have stayed in any temple. He had rooms. Any temple you go, there is Prabhupada's room. He could have resided, but he didn't care for anything. He was always traveling, even at the age of 70s. He was always traveling. Yetu dharmartha mritam idam yadoktam pariyupashade shraddhadana matparama bhaktaste atipeme priyaha. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making Krishna the supreme goal, is very, very dear to Krishna. So Krishna says, we should make Krishna his goal and do Bhakti Yoga, then we become very dear to Krishna. So devotees, Krishna is Aham Bhakta Paradina or Nijabritya Bhashitam. Krishna is very, very dear to his devotees, or devotees are very dear to Krishna. Sadhavo Hridayam Mahyam Sadhanam Hridayam to Aham. So Krishna is in the heart of all the devotees. Devotees are in the heart of Krishna. So Krishna always think of his devotees. And so devotees always think about Krishna. So a devotee means what? It's very dear to Krishna. Now, it might be Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. It doesn't matter. Those who chant the holy name, those who read scriptures, we are all trying to become devotees or Kanishtas. Krishna takes care. But Uttamadhikaris are very, very dear to Krishna. Hindu Prabhuya Priyeva Tasya, because they are living or they are chanting Shuddhanam, they are Anya Bilashita Shunyam, they don't have any other desire except to serve Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I'll take the breakout room questions. Okay. Submitted all the OBAs, but your name is mentioned saying not submitted. Durga Prasanna. Nandita Mataji, is there any confusion? Like some are saying their name is Giridhar
Mataji, I just checked with Sumadhuri Mataji. She said that like this Mataji's was not evaluated because the evaluator couldn't open it. And I don't know if she was supposed to send it again or what.
That's why the marks were not sent. Okay, okay. But she's supposed to send it again after we have requested. Mataji, did you send it in my WhatsApp?
Yes, Mataji, I have sent it to you, and also Sumadiri Mataji also, Mataji.
You send it again, okay? It might miss again.
Okay.
I'll just check it. And Giridhar,
Yeah.
like OBA module 2, you have submitted, right? Not got acknowledgement. What does it mean? Like, is it like you didn't receive in the mail? Okay, let me check. Okay, anyway,
he has got marks. That means it is done, no, Mataji?
They have got the marks, it's done. Durga Prasad Mataji says, yes, might be it's not opening because of the PDF issue, but then you send it in WhatsApp, I can send the marks to Sumadhari Mataji. Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
Next week, all are ready for CBA, closed book exam, chapter 12, module 2. Okay. We'll have closed book first, then Sloka. Or you want Sloka first? However.
Sloka.
Shloka first,
Shloka
Mataji.
first, Mataji.
How many of you want Sloka exam first? You can raise your digital hand. And give the list of those who are not eligible. Nandita Mataji, give a list.
Mataji, I put it in the group just now. So if
Oh,
anybody has
me
doubts,
also.
please check
Yeah.
the group and talk to Mataji right now. She does not have the time to see each one's message separately on different days. So please check
Send it
your
to me also.
WhatsApp for a minute just now and clarify your doubts right away, not by WhatsApp. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
And Nandita Mataji, you can send it to me also. Like I want to know how many are not eligible and eligible. So let's, okay. So 5, 6 of them want Sloka exam first. Okay. So it's not a majority still. Others all want theory first.
Mataji, they may not be having
Yes.
attendance.
Theory.
Okay, so you can raise your hand who want theory first. You're marking attendance, okay. But if it is more than 6, then I can take up theory. Only 1. Others are all neutral. They don't bother mind what is what.
Mataji actually less attendance, Mataji. So
Oh.
Mataji, what is the meaning of NA?
Minimum?
NA means what, Mataji?
Mataji, please read the message in the group. NA means only that module has sufficient attendance. And you are, what is your name? You don't have attendance in module
Monica
1,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay, so only 2 of them want theory first. So let's keep Sloka first. Okay, many want Sloka. So next week Sloka exam. Okay, because Damodar Aarti is going on in the temple, I can come only at 8:30. So otherwise I would have kept at 8. So anyway, 8:30. So next week Sloka exam, Tuesday, and after that closed book. Okay. So others, please make up your attendance at least from next module, and then these modules you can repeat with the new batch. Okay, and write exam with them. So anyway, because now we can't allow you to write the exam. What happens? It get missed. When you carry to the next batch, it will take a lot of. There'll be a lot of gap. Better to write exam with that particular teacher whom you have attended the exam, attended the class. That's better. Carrying over the marks, it's a lot of difficulty and confusion when you send it to Mayapur, especially for your Bhakti Shastri certificate. Okay, so that's better. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we can start with the breakout room question about Varnashrama, the progression from Sloka 8 to 12. So room number 1, Harshni Mataji, Minal Mataji, Sanju, Navya Mataji, and room number 2, Biju Prabhu, Malati Mataji, Sneha, and Shruti Mataji, Vaishnavi. So based on that, you can unmute and start speaking. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Representing room number 1.